back to my channel. So as you can see, it's been a really long time since I posted anything on my YouTube channel, and due to some time constraints and also a really tight schedule back here in campus, I've been really busy and wasn't able to post as much. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I dedicate a special highlight just to talk about my bullet journal. And yeah, I do keep up with monthly layouts and so on. So in today's video, I will be talking about why I started bullet journaling, and how it's going, and basically my journey on bullet journaling. So I hope you guys have fun, and yeah, let's go into the video. Okay, so before I actually show you guys what my bullet journal looks like, I think I would really like to tell you guys why I started bullet journaling. So basically, I am a person who likes to keep things organized. I cannot plan things at last minute. So basically, I just love to plan, and I like to write down the things I have to do for the day. So I started making to-do list back in secondary school, when I used to I just started off like really simple by writing down the type of assignments or homeworks that I had, even in school. And then that habit just kept up or followed me all the way until I came to university. And then I realized that I saw and I also watched many other people doing to-do lists that were much more creative. And bullet journaling, for me, that's kind of how it started. It started with just simple to-do list, and then I thought, okay, why not I add some other layouts in this book of to-do list. So I realized that as I was keeping up with this ability to write down the things I have to do in a day, which was pretty interesting, because the feeling when you make a list of the things you want to do, and when you actually accomplish it and you tick it off from your to-do list, is quite relieving. It makes you feel as though you've achieved something for the day, and that's something you didn't procrastinate that, and you should be proud of yourself. So making to-do list is something very something really satisfying for me. And if you are like me, then you should really start considering about bullet journal as well. So basically, bullet journal is about a few layouts, which could include any type of layout that you like. I have basically a few layouts which I will show in a while, and yeah, it's basically just keeping up with those layouts and constantly updating them every month. And yeah, once you make these layouts, they can be weekly, they can be monthly, they can be on a daily basis, and yeah, you just have to keep up with it. And if you feel like you're the type of person who can't, you don't have the time to sit down and actually make or do these layouts, there are tons of printable layouts that you can try. I know some YouTubers who actually have like these printable layouts in their channel. I can link them down below if you want to watch the types of layouts that they have, and their printable layouts as well. But for most of the other layouts that you want to try, you can definitely try the ones on Pinterest. Pinterest is the idea catalog. You can find lots of things there. So even if you're like a really super lazy person who doesn't even want to print those things out, then that is totally fine. It's totally understandable. You can before you attempt to try bullet journal, maybe you can start off by starting with simple layouts like a simple to-do list layout, or a simple expense tracker, which if you are able to observe the fact that you're consistent and you're disciplined in updating those layouts, then maybe you can try something more creative and just progress a little bit further from there. So basically, what I'm going to show you right now is these the kind of how I started out with my bullet journal in the beginning, and how I progressed in terms of layouts and just being creative. So you will be able to see the fact that when I first started my bullet journal, I was not ready at all. you know, in terms of being artsy and being creative. So here's the look on how it looked in 2019. Okay, so as we focus on to 2019, around my table you can see that I have like some of the essential tools that I use when I'm doing my bullet journal. Okay, so let's go into 2019. So I'll first brief you guys on some of the things that, not really things, but layouts that I have every month. So basically this year I started with the month in February instead of January, because during January I was still considering if I should get myself an A5 notebook, and yeah, so that's the reason why I started in February instead. So every month there will be a month layout, you know, a layout just to tell what month it is, and then there will be a layout for the expenses. Like this one was for February, and then, you know, I just have like a layout saying that, you know, I've expensed like on these items, and this is the amount that I expense for. Also, I have like, you know, I think if you've watched my video on morning routine, I normally have these things like I actually have a table to tell me what to do, you know, just to as a checklist, like what I should do in the morning and what I should do in the night. And I have like a simple layout for gratitude where I list down a one word, I just list down the things that I'm grateful for in one word. Okay, so this is basically my most favorite layout in every month. I basically just, list down the things or the habits that I want to follow, and these here indicates the dates, whereby the dates which are shaded means that I followed those habits, or I kept up with those habits, and those that are not shaded indicates that I didn't do that. So this is something you can't find every month. This was, based on my creativity level for that month only. So I just had like a few quotes just, to keep it colorful. Okay, and again for March, the mood tracker, and then, a checklist of what I have to do in the morning and night, and then the same gratitude layout, and then habit tracker. And yes, this time you have like, I have like a much more organized layout for my to-do list. And then yes, every time I make a to-do list or something, when I have like empty spaces in between, I just add the things that I love to see. For example, like I have a picture of my friends here, and then I have like, some wordings and also some art. Not really sure what this was for, but it's okay. So yeah. And this one was for April, where, the same things again: expenses, the mood tracker, the to-do list. Okay, so here is something that, I had to show you guys. This is something that I do when I'm a little bit more free compared to the other days. I just find the things that I love, or, some quotes or some illustration that I would love to keep in my bullet journal, and then I just, download or save them from Pinterest, and then I just, try my level best to follow like what it is from the picture. But even this one, it doesn't really look like the one from the picture, but it's okay, at least we tried. And I realized that when I do things like these, it helps my mind, relax, and I feel like as though I'm doing something that I love, and yeah, it helps me be creative. Okay, and then I had to show this, my favorite drawing that I attempted. It wasn't really perfect, but I just realized that, why not if I try this? So I just had to put this in my bullet journal as well. And then yeah. And then another thing about bullet journal is that you can add whatever you like, whatever you want, wherever you want. So I even have like empowering affirmations, that that makes me feel motivated, that makes me, push myself a little bit better than the other days. Okay, just like empowering affirmations, I also made like a vision board in the month of August. So this is something different compared to the other months because I was a little bit more free, and I realized that I need to have like a vision that I should wake up to every day to keep myself going, to keep myself motivated. And so I decided to make this vision board, which consists of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 aspects, and for each aspect I have like 4 goals that I would like to attain or achieve. And the other months continue as well. This is September with the same layouts. So now I shall show you guys. Yes, I'll show you guys in September when I added a new layout for cleaning. So basically I'm a neat freak, and I love to make sure that the place that I'm at, or I'm working or I'm studying, I always make sure that the place is clean. And yes, the same old thing goes for October. I poured some tea here, so yeah, excuse that. And cleaning routine again, but in this month I added another tracker, which is my sleeping tracker. So this indicates the hours of sleep, and this indicates the dates. And the same thing goes for November as well. And starting from November, I got these designer papers from DIY. I think they cost about like 3 to 4 ringgit, and it's quite affordable if you ask me, because the designer papers are really pretty. They are of different designs. I think they have about like 7 to 8 different types of designs. And yeah, I had to I didn't know where else to put in this designer paper, so I just tried testifying if this would be suitable for my to-do list. And yeah, I changed up my to-do list starting from November, where I used designer papers instead of simple boxes. And the same thing in December, however, I started using foiled statement pads, which I got from DIY as well. If you follow me on Instagram, you would be able to see exactly where I use these statement pads in my bullet journal. So yeah, like you can see, all this were from the foiled statement pad. And on days when I'm a little bit more free, I just want to make sure that I'm a bit more extra kind to myself. So I write down the things that I love to see. For example, like things that just make me happy. So I write down like the 7 rules of life, gratitude affirmation. So all these things I find from Pinterest. Like I said before, Pinterest is your idea catalog. So this is from the foil statement pad as well. And yeah, and this, don't really know if you guys can see it. This is like another few quotes or affirmations, whatever you call it. So that's the thing about doing your bullet journal, is that you can be however creative you want to be, and keeping up with all the layouts is totally up to you. Like if you wish that you didn't want this sort of layout, or you want this layout, then you can just keep up with it and just try and see. And if you're the kind of person that is not ready to attempt something really big at the first time itself, like when I first started out, I didn't attempt with A5 notebooks. I started with single line pages, which just to see if I will be disciplined enough to start bullet journaling. So I tried that for like a few months, and I noticed that I was quite disciplined, and I was ready. And when I was ready, that's when I got myself A5 notebook and started bullet journaling. So most of you would be wondering, like, when exactly do I sit down and do all these things? It's better for you to wake up in the first thing in the morning and do it, or whatever time of the day when you feel that you're a bit more free compared to the rest of the day. Just sit down, allocate some time, and try out these things. They can be a really useful tool for you, especially if you're someone that you love to be systematic and you love to get ahead of your day. This is something that you should really try. So basically that's it, guys. It's all about my bullet journal and all you need to know about my bullet journal, and I really hope that you embark on this bullet journal and try something new, at least for 2020, and let me know in the comments below if you would like to know more about my bullet journal and what else you want to know. And let me know also if you are trying something new with your bullet journal and what are the things that you think I should try out in my bullet journal as well. And thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys on another video really soon, so bye.